I'm just going to state this out straight out in the beginning. I stand with StephanieSoo because I feel like once a person shows you patterns and behaviors, after a while, you need to start believing these patterns and these behaviors. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. So today I'm deviating from my normal Rewired Soul reactions. I'll be back to those soon. I wanted to talk about this whole situation with NIKOCADO Avocado and StephanieSoo because it has been going off on Twitter, it's been going off on YouTube, and as someone who was a huge fan of NIKOCADO Avocado, I mean, I legit watched him every day. I just have some things to say and some things to get off my chest because I feel like he's not going to put out a video addressing this. This is him in hot water, and I know a lot of people have been waiting, wanting to hear his side, but we've been doing this for 2 days. He's posted 2 to 3 videos just kind of hinting at the drama but not addressing the actual drama, and I'm tired. So I'm just going to share my thoughts and opinions, my feelings, because I did talk about him and share my enjoyment of his videos on a live stream I did with Straight Talking Fedora Chick on her channel about a week and a half ago. And we had shared our thoughts and opinions about him, and now that's changed. I want to share how that's changed. But before we even get into this, if you're new here, welcome. This is Journey to Find Kay, and I'm Kay, and I like to talk about mental health, and I mainly react to the Rewired Soul because I'm a mental health patient, worker, and advocate, and I want to use my voice and opinion experience to negate some of the negative things that Chris puts out on his platform. But today, it's actually someone else putting out on this platform. So if you like my content, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell so that way you're also notified every time I post a video. So this whole situation with NIKOCADO Avocado and StephanieSoo is heartbreaking because I literally have been subscribed to both of them for about over a year now. I personally started watching mukbang channels because I am on a diet, well, not a diet, a lifestyle change, and I actually enjoy watching people eat things that I can't eat, okay? Or I choose not to eat. Don't let me say I can't. I choose not to eat. When I was really going gung-ho in my lifestyle change, I subscribed to so many mukbang channels because I didn't even know that was a thing on YouTube. I enjoy watching people eat. I enjoy watching people eat my food, any type of food, and then add in the fact that I can't eat it. Heaven. So I started watching NIKOCADO Avocado on his main channel, which was his first one, which has like over 1 million subscribers. Then I followed him to his second and now to his third. I've also watched Stephanie. I mean, honestly, if you can name people in the mukbang community that people watch, I watch them. I'm subscribed to them on my personal YouTube and on this one. See this come out even just a week after I had shared my enjoyment of his videos. I'm mad, I'm upset, and I'm disappointed. And it's hard for me to say disappointed because, again, I am very cognizant that these people are just people that put what they want to on the internet. We don't know them very well or at all, honestly. We know what they give us. We know what they provide to us as content, as entertainment. But you do end up getting this feeling that you can relate to these people. You do feel like these are people that you could possibly hang out with in real life and have fun. So when this all came out that they were collabing, I was excited because I've been wanting to see StephanieSoo and NIKOCADO collab, with me being into mukbangs and watching the actual channels. Sorry, my cats. But I've always wanted Nick and Stephanie to, you know, collab with each other because they're both big prominent people in the mukbang community. I did know the whole history and background with Shook Bang and Veronica Wang, or I at least had that inclination. That was why we hadn't seen too many collabs with Stephanie and Nick before, because of all that drama, and Nick enjoys drama. That's just point blank period, he does. He had became problematic for me after a while though, just because as someone who, you know, works in mental health, someone who is a mental health patient, they became triggering because he would have his meltdowns one moment, and then this next moment he would be fine. It seemed like in the next video he would have some random behaviors in one video, and then the next video he would be fine. So I was on a live stream with Straight Talking Fedora Chick, and somehow NIKOCADO was brought up because he's someone we both enjoyed, and we both had stated at that time that we enjoyed his content. Yes, the behaviors can be a little out there for us, but he doesn't seem like he is that dangerous to other people. Maybe his own personal life is a hot mess, but to others he didn't seem like someone that we should really be worried about. And that was until this video came out from Stephanie. So I clicked on it, watched the whole thing, and I was disgusted. I was upset. I was mad. I watched his videos religiously. I knew his theme songs. My partner, who does not like listening to people eat at all, he hated the fact that I was watching mukbangs, even knows his songs. So when this came out, even he was like, whoa, what's going on? If you haven't checked out Stephanie's video, I definitely go ahead and suggest you to do that. I'll try to link it down in the description for you guys to go check out as well. She had basically explained what had happened on their recent collab and how she felt manipulated, and she gave up receipts. In her video, she actually had shared definitions and information about what it's like to be manipulated, what it feels like, what manipulators do. Basically stated that Nick had tried to manipulate her to talk about the whole Veronica Wang Shook Bang issue. If you don't know about that whole issue, I'll try to link some videos down below for you guys to check out if you don't know. But if you're watching this video, you most likely know. Now, I'm just going to state this out straight out in the beginning. I stand with StephanieSoo because I feel like once a person shows you patterns and behaviors, after a while you need to start believing these patterns and these behaviors. When I now sit back and I look at Nick's channel objectively, I'm able to see that this man has used his platform manipulatively the entire time. And I'm not hating on people who use clickbait. I'm not hating on anything, because we have to do what we need to do on this platform. And as I am, starting to really take YouTube serious and trying to build my own channel, I understand the ins and outs a little bit more and understand what you need to do to kind of get people to watch your videos. So I don't hate on that. Now, they always say hindsight is 20/20, and I'm able to sit back and look at his videos that I have watched, because again, I partaked in a lot of them. I watched every single one he would upload. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about all these different situations that had happened that kind of fit the story that Stephanie is sharing. When we go back to the whole Trisha Paytas thing, and I'm not making excuses for Trisha Paytas, I can't stand the woman. I have my own empathies for her when it comes to like mental health and stuff like that, but what she does is trash. And I'm not, none of that going towards her, but I sit back and I look at how he behaved with Stephanie, and I'm really sitting here thinking like, and she said it herself as well. She did. She tweeted it out. You guys looked at me crazy when I was telling you about Nick. Nobody believed me because of who she is. But now it really has me sitting here thinking like, did us as a society really force Trisha or kind of push her towards dealing with someone that could be potentially dangerous? That's something that kind of weighs on my mind a little bit during this whole situation. How do we not know if he didn't manipulate her? How do we not know that he didn't text her or say, hey, you said we were supposed to collab? We now have an example of what he did to Stephanie. That's got me questioning. I also sit here and I've watched all the multiple videos that he has posted saying, I'm going to spill this, I'm going to spill that, and he doesn't. That's manipulative. The whole situation, now that I look back with Veronica Wang and Shook Bang, I'm like, I feel like he manipulated that as well. A lot of people called him out when it came to him putting himself into that whole drama with the copyright strike. At that time, I sat there and I thought, man, this is somebody, he really is calling out these people, copyright strikes, he's calling these people out. But then we have, again, Trisha Paytas, who just did that and not a word from him there. So now I'm looking at him like, okay, sir, you're a little suspect. Try not to put diagnoses on people, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not one of those who will go outside of my scope. But a lot of the characteristics of a manipulator that Stephanie shared, and a lot of the characteristics that fit with other diagnoses, other things that could be explaining this behavior. They fit. I'm not going to say which ones or whatever the case is. You can figure that out, or you can speculate whatever you want to. I'm now looking at him like, and I feel wrong for supporting someone when red flags were there. The multiple breakdowns, coming onto the channel the next day talking about, I need to get mental health help. What's stopping you? We have so many people out here who are always constantly calling out other YouTubers for what they do about mental health, people that use mental health as a crutch or as an excuse for their behavior, and he's done the same thing. But because he was likable and manipulated and gaslighted his viewers, I empathized and felt like this man, he has the good intentions, he'll eventually get better. His rose goggles are gone, and I'm like, well, why haven't you taken care of your mental health if that's something that we're using as an explanation for some of these behaviors? Why haven't we done this? Because we don't want to. I'm upset because this is where I start getting hard on myself, because I know better. But again, as human beings, we want to give people the benefit of a doubt. We want to believe that what they're giving us online is what they really are. And we have to remind ourselves that's not the case.
Editing K, guys, just wanted to remind you, I'm not saying everybody's fake online, but we just can't believe everything we see that they portray online. Just wanted to send a reminder. Not everyone's fake, but we should still be critical.
You know, I know many people might hate me for saying this or believing Stephanie without Nick giving his proof or anything like that, but I feel like actions speak louder than words. You baited the fact that you were going to share receipts on somebody. You had your friends, without knowing their full context of the story, making fun of someone who in and out of sleep. We all seen the receipts of that. We saw the receipt of you telling Trisha info about Stephanie not liking her, when Trisha straight up said, and again, Trisha ain't that credible, but she said she's never spoken to the woman. Kind of like, when you start seeing enough of this, when are we going to open our eyes? I get it. Everyone wants to give people the benefit of the doubt. Everybody wants to wait to hear his side, but it's been 2 days. We've seen his side through his actions, through his lack of addressing the problem, through his uploading of videos on his partner's channel, on his channel, hinting at the drama and not addressing it, wanting to still get those views. We've seen how he has manipulated his audience multiple times to click on videos because of his breakdowns and then turn around and say, hey, I'm going to take care of my mental health. We still haven't seen any of that. And I'm not saying I'm a detective and this is all definitive evidence that this man is trash, but if you sit here and sit back objectively and take away this feeling of that you know this man and that you like him or whatever the case is, you can see how many times this man has been called out for his behaviors, multiple times, and usually towards women. And I don't even want to get into that. I'm questioning everything. Did you manipulate Trisha? Did you really speak with her to say, hey, we're going to collab? Did you really do that? Because you sure did swear to goodness to Stephanie that she was going to talk about Veronica. It's the thing, you guys, I can't sit here and wait for his response to sit here and say, I'm unsubscribing. I'm not going to watch his content anymore. And I think a lot of times content creators forget that you're at this level, you have this amount of subscribers because you ultimately got your subscribers to trust you, want to watch you. And again, this is no shade to people clickbaiting who do dramatic things to get the views. But after a while, a certain pattern of behavior needs to be acknowledged and paid attention to and called out. I stand with Stephanie because she saw what he was doing and said, no, not today. I'm not going to allow you to spin this narrative. And what stinks is sometimes bad things have to happen to people for us to really understand what's going on and know with Stephanie's background and her story that she shared that this is going to be even harder for her to trust people. And I hate that he did this to her, but I feel like all of us who are watching and reacting and, you know, responding to this whole thing, we can learn something from this.
Editing K, guys. Yes, it's dark. I'm editing in the dark. It's awesome. I wanted to explain this part a little bit better because I feel like it kind of wasn't explained well. I can't stand the fact that Nick did this to Stephanie. She is somebody who is
healing from a traumatic experience, and it takes a while for people to trust people as it is, but when you add in trauma, it makes it even harder, and he violated that trust, and I'm disgusted by that. What I am also saying, and I also want everyone to remain cognizant of, is that yes, our personal feelings are not involved in this. These are not our stories, but these are things, this is a situation that we can learn from. So I can't stand the fact that he did this, but sometimes it does take for people to do things, on a bigger level, to other people, to bring this awareness out for us to learn, so that way maybe in the big picture it helps other people as well. Hope that made more sense. Back to the video. This isn't the first time he showed us problematic behaviors. This isn't the first time that Nick has been called out for the things that he's done on this platform, on Twitter, or whatever else. This isn't the first time. I know people want to wait for his response, but we're 2 days in and I don't think we're getting it, you guys. I really don't think we are. Can't wait any longer. I'm not going to continue to provide him these little views, these few second views to see if he's going to apologize or respond. I don't think we're going to get that because his actions are showing us different. I'm stating in my video, all 3 channels are being unsubscribed from. I don't want to see any of his content on my timeline whatsoever. Unfollowing on Twitter, unfollowing on Instagram. There is too much information. This is the internet. We have too much technology in our hands for us to pretend like can't see these patterns now that it's been unveiled. And what makes it hard is when people have such big platforms, and undoubtedly they have people who will follow them to the ends of the earth. No, it might not seem like unsubscribing will do too much, but it can hit that pocket. It can hit these dollars that I know is what matters. I really did enjoy his content. I really enjoyed watching him, but I feel like Stephanie just pulled the wool from my eyes. I stand with her because as a victim, we need to believe victims. I get given the benefit of a doubt, but we've had 2 days for him to prove us wrong or to apologize. And instead, we've gotten videos hinting at drama, exposing, telling our sides with nothing being delivered. This is a pattern of behavior that has been shown multiple times throughout his time on this platform, and I'm done. I'm done supporting him. I'm unsubscribing from his channels. I'm unfollowing him on Twitter. I'm unfollowing him from Instagram. Like when I say I watched him, and I wish I could go back in time and take back all those views and hours back from him, because I can't believe that someone I saw red flags. I saw where he could be problematic. But again, I'm always understanding that we only see what they portray. We only see what people want to provide us. When you have someone who is as unproblematic as StephanieSoo sit down crying through a video for over 15 to 20 minutes, showing proof of the treatment she received, I can't be blind anymore. I can't ignore the behaviors. I can't ignore the questions that I have about this person's character. Were you really promised to collab with Trisha? We forced Trisha to talk to you. I need content creators to remember your subscribers trust you. Even though you can pick and choose and hide things that you don't want to show us, the truth eventually comes to life. So I don't understand what's so hard about being real. I'm so tired of seeing people just take advantage of others, of vulnerable people, of people who are hurting, of people who have been through things and just want to, move forward and be happy. I'm so tired of it. Unsubscribing from Nick. I'm unfollowing him on platforms. I stand by StephanieSoo. I'm mad that I gave him my watch time. I'm mad that I gave him the views. I'm mad that I ignored the red flags. If you see a pattern of behavior, do not be afraid to listen to your gut, to your heart, to your instincts, to whatever you tell yourself is telling you to get away from this person. Let's pay attention to these patterns and stop supporting these people that keep showing us who they are. Editing K, you guys. I also wanted to add in, I know it's not easy for everyone or for many people to know when they're being manipulated, if they're being taken advantage of or anything like that. If you ever have an inkling, don't be afraid to reach out to a friend, contact a local resource or mental health agency in your area, depending on your personal situation, to get in contact with, see about therapy. If you don't know where to look, don't be afraid to go ahead and hit my description box. I have the hotlines for the US, UK, and Canada when it comes to mental health, substance abuse, or just trying to figure out where to start to get assistance. So you can always look there. But I wanted to make sure people know that a lot of times people don't know they're being manipulated. People don't know that it's happening to them. So if you know anyone in your life, or if you question yourself, don't be afraid to reach out to any local resources. Check my description boxes if you don't know where to start to try to get some help as well. I wanted to make sure people know that it is hard to recognize the signs of being manipulated. All right, let's finish this video. So I thank you guys so much for watching me. I want to hear from you guys. What are your feelings on this whole situation? Did you subscribe to him? Are you unsubscribing? Are you going to wait for his apology if it comes? Or are you done waiting and you're just ready to move on? I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your guys' perspective. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit this bell so you're notified every time I post a video. Again, I mainly react to the Rewired Soul, but I wanted to have a conversation because I did truly, genuinely support this person. I thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.